From the mind of George R.R. Martin, Nightflyers is out on Sci-Fi, but is this sci-fi horror as good as Game of Thrones? David Griffin is here with me. Yeah. I'm Jacki Jane.
Game of Thrones, maybe a little bit of a lofty goal.
It's so epic.
But for those of you who aren't familiar with Nightflyers, Nightflyers does come from the mind of George R.R. Martin. It was a novella that he wrote in the 80s, and it's a group of astronauts, space travelers, going out and to make contact with an alien species that we know very little about in the opening moments of the first episode. But yeah, it is sci-fi horror. It feels like I've been there. It feels like I've done that before. It reminds me a lot of Event Horizon, Paul W.S. Anderson's sci-fi horror film, which is actually pretty entertaining, where there's forces that are messing with people's minds and they're seeing visions of their worst fears and the family members, kind of like The Haunting of Hill House too. They're being haunted by the demons of their past, but I never really feel connected to the characters, or I was never scared. It didn't get me. The scares didn't go for me.
So first off, I think I had really high expectations because this was coming from George R.R. Martin, and I'm a big fan of the Song of Ice and Fire books, and I'm a big fan of the series as well, the TV series. So I just was like, okay, like this is gonna be awesome. And I don't know, I guess I kind of have the same feelings that you have. I've just seen it all before. Just didn't really have a strong connection to any of the characters, and I mean, like, kind of a spoiler alert here, but like some really bad stuff is happening to them like right out of the go, and you're just kind of like, this is really gory and intense, but like I just don't feel like any connection to these characters, so it's just kind of like gory and intense for no reason. At least that's how it felt.
It's a tough genre to do. I mean, obviously you have the sci-fi horror classics, you have the Alien, franchise. That's really good, but it's a hard balance to do, and I think even Event Horizon wasn't perfect, but it was entertaining, and I just don't have the entertainment value with this series, even though you have actors like Gretchen Mol, who was classic.
Great actors.
Yeah, she's been around. The sets are great, the ship looks good, the design, I mean, it has everything that you would need, except I feel like at the heart, the story, for me, this isn't compelling.
So I think a big problem here is it was probably a really insane book in the 80s. When it was written, but it's just like now we're in 2018 and a lot of this we have already seen, it's already been done, and I just think it's such a tough genre to be like new and compelling in, so I don't know, I just think it misses the mark a little bit. Hey, if you're into sci-fi, it's like you said, it's a cool world. If you're into like gore and like craziness, like it's got all that. It's just like for some reason I'm just like not too surprised by it, I guess I would say. What do you think that they could have potentially done?
Well, like I was saying earlier with The Haunting of Hill House, they found a way, and The Haunting of Hill House is based off an even older book that came out in the late 50s, but they found a way to modernize it and to have the scares just as powerful as the family dynamic. And they're trying to do that in this series, but it doesn't work. The scares are kind of there, and the drama and narrative is also kind of there, but it's not cohesive. It doesn't come together.
There's a lot of like decent things, just nothing has blown me away, to say the least. All right, well, tell us what you think of Nightflyers in the comments section, and don't forget to check out our other videos. We spoke to the cast of Nightflyers, and they told us how they pulled from the success of Game of Thrones, and we also have a trailer of Sci-Fi's Deadly Class, so make sure to check it out. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.